any more than I'd heard a June bug.
Nice accent. You sound like Forrest Gump.
I do not.
Well, you do, actually. You got this kind of like Florida panhandle thing going, whereas what you really want is more of a Savannah accent, which is more like molasses just sort of spilling out of your mouth.
Funny, but true. The American South has over 10 distinct accents as described by Rick Ashman in his dialect map based on pronunciation patterns. 3 of those accents were just shown in the clip from The Office. Though not stated explicitly, Pam imitates a lowland South accent according to Meredith, and a North Florida one according to Andy, who believes she should be using a Savannah accent.
While we aren't going to explain the difference between each Southern accent, we were inspired by Meredith, who said Pam sounds like Forrest Gump. Let's take a listen to a clip from Tom Hanks and Robin Wright in Forrest Gump and pick out the aspects of their unique lowland South Alabama accents.
Hey, Forrest. Were you scared in Vietnam?
Yes. Why? I don't know. Sometimes it would stop raining long enough for the stars to come out. And then it was nice. It was like just before the sun goes to bed down on the bayou. Those over a million sparkles on the water. Like that mountain lake that was so clear, Jenny. It looked like there were 2 skies, one on top of the other.
When Jenny addresses Forrest, she doesn't say Forrest. Instead, she drops the R sound. She says, Forrest. Rick Ashman calls this simple R dropping, and it is commonly known as rusticity. This is a typical feature of lowland South speech.
When reminiscing on his life in the Army, Forrest compares the night sky of Vietnam to the sunsets over the bayou. If you're not a Southerner, you probably have no idea what a bayou is. The word is used throughout the South, but originated from the Cajun culture of Louisiana. It means a small stream or marsh.
Both characters speak with long gliding vowels or diphthongs. Forrest doesn't say yes, he says yes.
In 2015, on The Graham Norton Show, Hanks reveals how he managed to master the lowland South Alabama accent.
To your coming this time, that in Forrest Gump, the famous voice that you use as Forrest, it came from a specific person.
Young Michael Connor Humphreys, who played young Forrest Gump. We were trying to... Bob Zemeckis came to me and said, hey, we got a problem on this. There's Michael right there, Sally and Michael.
Aww.
He was a very young man. He's now a veteran. He served in Afghanistan. Bob said, okay, we got a problem here. You're going to have to teach this kid how to talk the way you want to talk. And I thought, why don't I just talk the way he talks right now? And so we started hanging out with him, and he was from Mississippi, deep in Mississippi, and he had this hard G at the end of his, if he said it wasn't thinking, it was thinking. It wasn't making, it was making. And says, what does your father do? My daddy makes grease. That's what he said. And he said, I don't understand, is grease something you make? Yes. He says, what do you do with grease? Well, grease goes into all different sorts of products. And I said, well, like what products? Oh, grease goes into lipsticks. And I was like, well, this is it.
So really, Forrest Gump is not a true Alabama accent per se. But the town which Forrest Gump takes place, Greenbow, Alabama, is fictional. Greenville, Alabama is real. Let's take a listen to some people from Greenville speak on a 2005 ABC game show, My Kind of Town. In this clip, the host is doing a scene on a Greenville man's shoes. The neighbors speak on what they think about the shoes too.
Okay, Greenville's a small town with true southern charm. Look how beautiful this town is. But we did find something in Greenville that offends all senses, something that makes every Greenvillian's stomach turn. And that is these disgusting, odious, offensive pair of size 17 sandals. Oh, show your disgust. OK, now, Todd, can I be blunt? Your sandals are offensive, and don't just take my word for this. Have a look on the screen. Here we go.
Frankly, Todd, when you wear those sandals, I tell people you are adopted.
Todd Campbell, you bring shame to the town of Greenville with those things you call sandals.
Todd, we have 2 letters for you. P.U.
These people speak with a lowland South accent, just like Hank's in Forrest Gump. The British show host even mocks the 2 boys who spoke last out of all the neighbors. The way they say to and you is a great example of goose fronting. Fronting is a sound change in which a vowel or consonant is pronounced farther to the front of the vocal tract.
Since the clip from the game show is so obscure, the comments about the speakers are non-existent. But many online have linguistically profiled Hank's character, Forrest Gump.
Please take a moment to read the comments about Tom Hanks' Alabama accent in Forrest Gump. They're offensive and prove that people from Alabama are linguistically profiled. The R word used in this context holds the connotation of unintelligence. This is problematic because people with a lowland South accent are not given the same judgment as others. Speaking with this accent forces you to prove your intelligence more than others who have an assumed intelligence.
This may become important in an interview setting for a job. If an employer finds you unintelligent based on the way they profile your accent and dialect, you could be denied a job.
Now that you've been exposed to the linguistic profiling of people with lowland South accents, you can use your knowledge to stop making assumptions about them, or anyone with an accent different from your own.